had to go back to the vets today, unfortunately. Pom Pom finished his antibiotics, but for the last couple of days hasn't been pooping as much as normal. He has been eating, but he's been struggling to poop. So while we're waiting for an appointment, we're putting back on the tummy meds and some recovery food. So we went today, and his tummy sounds are okay, but he didn't obviously pee and poo till just before we went to the vets, which wasn't normal for him. So he seems to be going back into a bit of stasis. Isn't wanting to drink, so they've given him fluids again. This morning we did administer some fluid by syringe, but obviously he's not drinking now. I'll need to administer a lot more than that tomorrow. So he's going to be back on the Burgess Excel recovery food, which we gave him some of this morning. And he's just not comfy in his carrier. Do you want me to move that, sweetie pie? Thought you could cuddle up to it. You don't want to cuddle up to it? Should we move that out? Is that better? So she's taken some bloods. She had a bit of trouble taking bloods from his leg, which is where they usually take bloods from. So then they had to keep him in for a couple of hours just to calm him down. He was then given IV fluids, and they've taken blood from the back of his ear. Managed to get a sample off this afternoon. I've also got to send off some poo samples for a few days and see what that comes back with. And if there's no improvement, then he's going to need to be given anaesthetic and some scans and x-rays done. The concern is with, obviously he's prone to GI issues anyway, Pom Pom. He has been since we got him. The concern is not just the GI issues, the concern is the peeing as well, and the not drinking, because normally he drinks quite happily from his bowl. So they're worried there might be an underlying issue as to why he had a UTI and why he's just not drinking again. So they sent all those bloods off today, so hopefully we should get the results in a few days. But this is Pom Pom again. So, I mean, yesterday there was a fair bit of zooming going on, and we had a garden flop. So in himself, he doesn't really seem to be too poorly, but obviously he's just not eating and drinking as normal. So it's back on the imiprid and the painkiller for a few days, and just see if that helps get him going again, getting back to himself. So yeah, had a bit of a rough time of it, haven't you, Bunny Boo? Yeah. Oh dear, it's a bumpy journey, isn't it? I got you in the back there, and we're still going bumpy on the road, aren't we, sweetie pie? Yeah, my lovely. Oh, I know. It's a bit slippery at the moment, but I have got some thick pads from the vets to line it with next time we come to the vets, because these seem to be a bit better than the little one I had in there. But yeah, that's you, Bunny Boo, then, aren't you? Still a bit poorly. So also in terms of the growth on his ear, we're still waiting for the initial results to come back for that. They were supposed to be back this week. They're not back yet. It looks at the moment as though it's not skin related, which means the next thing then is it probably is a tumour of some sort. So obviously the options are to leave it there and see if anything develops, or to have it removed. I think given the circumstances, we've made the decision to have it removed, although it's going to be difficult for Pom Pom. He will lose a section of his ear while they remove that, and then they can send it off to be tested just to see if anything has spread to his body. But obviously if the vet is saying now it is a tumour of some sort, be that cancer or be that another sort of tumour, the safest thing is obviously to have it removed for Pom Pom. We don't want to risk anything obviously developing from that. It has been slow growing. It's been there a year. It's been growing. It's on his other ear. You can't see it at the moment, but it's been growing slowly over a year. So we don't think it's anything like skin cancer, because that would have been rapid growing. But obviously the vet has said if the skin issues are ruled out, it probably is some sort of tumour. And obviously we don't want to take the risk of leaving it there for little Pom Pom. So that's something a little bit further down the line that he's going to have to come in and have that removed. But the vet was saying obviously if they need to put him under anaesthetic to do scans and x-rays at some point, they could just do that all in one go to save him putting him under more than once. So it's all a bit of an unknown at the moment. The bloods are going off, the poo samples are going to go off. We're going to collect them over the next few days, and just give him lots of TLC, lots of love, keep an eye on him. I've been watching his litter tray like crazy for the last couple of days, checking it every half hour, checking him every half hour. So Mummy's being very overcautious, but at least he's back on meds now, and we just got to see how he gets on now. So that's Bunny's health update. So yeah, so I've had a really rough time. Been in the vets for 2 hours again, haven't you, sweetie pie? Yeah. I know, that's difficult. And they took blood from this ear, didn't they, this time? Yeah? They couldn't get blood out of your leg, could they? I know. Well, hopefully everything will get sorted. Okay.